Okay, I'm assuming you've watched the first video then and made this page so far, your resume page. There's a couple of things I want to do before we continue. First, let's move out of Notepad and into an actual HTML editor. There's lots of these out there to choose from. You can use Dreamweaver if you have it. You likely won't have access to that if you're a student, though. That's one of the popular ones. Notepad++ is a little better than Notepad. Two very popular free ones are Sublime Text 3 and Brackets. I'm going to use Brackets. If you don't have it yet, I want you to go to brackets.io and go ahead and download. So download this, install this, pause this video, and once it's installed, continue. So I'm going to assume you have it installed now. Let's go ahead and open it. There you go, Brackets desktop app. So remember, what I covered before is that we can edit HTML files in a whole bunch of different programs, although we view them here in a browser. So here's Brackets. Let's make this fit my screen here. Excuse me. Okay. Move this down. Oh, come on, Windows. Easy. There we go. Okay. So once you have it open, I want you to go to Open Folder. So one of the nice things that a good HTML editor will do for you is let you open up an entire web folder. I have saved mine in the last video to my desktop. It's this one called My Website. Now it's not showing me there. I have files in here, right? I have the resume.html and homer.jpg. However, it doesn't show me those files because I'm not opening a file, I'm opening a folder. I'm currently inside of My Website and I want to select this as the folder that I want to view. So now it shows me here on My Website my two files that are in that folder. Let's close this out and let's open resume.html. I'm going to adjust my screen here to give me a little bit more real estate. Okay, so you'll notice we've got nice color coding here. HTML tags are colored in this blue purple. When I click on one, it highlights that one as well as its closing tag. It makes life a lot easier for us. It also helps us to identify if we've got some mistakes somewhere. So what I want to do next is create a new page and a link to that page. So let's make a link to a page that will have some of our personal interests in it. Alright, so let's do that right here at the top after or next to our name. Oh, we'll do it right after our name. So come here after Mark Keith H1, and I'm going to make a P tag. P stands for paragraph. Also a very basic tag. Let's put a couple of links in here. I'm going to make one called resume and one called about me. Or maybe we'll call it like more about me or something like that. So if I were to save this, refresh my page over here. So again, remember, Control S is save. What does the P tag do? Well, again, it ignores white space, even though we broke these out onto different lines. However, notice I don't have any BR tags after my P, yet it's still double spaced down to my title. So a P tag simply adds a double space after the P. So add a line break in between the two of these, save it, refresh, and now if we're going to make these into links, let's put some A tags around them. So you learned those last time. Let's do the starting and closing A right here. Something else you'll notice that's nice about Brackets, notice as soon as I complete my A tag, it automatically adds the closing tag. So wrap those closing tags around the text, save it, refresh, and notice these haven't turned into links yet, like Brigham Young University is down here. That's because we need to add the href attribute to the links so it knows where it's going to send them. So let's send resume to ourselves. That's this page right here. So href is going to equal, and look, it brings up my options for me. Do I want to link to an image or this page? I'm going to go down and select that page, and notice that I hit enter and it automatically puts double quotes, the name of the page, all nice and easy. So save that, refresh. Now this is basically just a link to this to itself, a link to its own page. But let's follow this same pattern. Href and we go hit equal, it says, okay, what page do you want to link to? Well, I want to link to an entirely new page. We haven't created it yet. So let's delete that out of there and go ahead and create this new page. So in my website, we want to create a new file. Now let's go ahead and save this file in here, and let's call it about.html. Okay, so notice about.html appears now right here in our website file list. And I've also got working files here. These are files that are open that I can click on and go back and forth between. Let's copy, that's Control A, then Control C to copy, and let's paste with Control V everything into the About Me page. But I don't really want to keep everything. I don't want my resume, for example. So I'm going to delete this entire OL here, and instead we're going to put some other pictures or information about me. In fact, let's add a paragraph here, and I'm just going to write, this is some of the cool stuff I like. We're going to assume that we're going to put some pictures or something like that in there. So I save this and refresh this page and nothing happens, right? Well, that's because we're still on resume.html over here. We haven't gone to the More About Me page, but over here we're editing the About file. So let's go back to resume.html and let's add the href, and now this time, oops, equals, and now it says, okay, we see your About page. Hit enter, adds that in there. Let's save it, refresh this one, and now we have the link around More About Me. If I click on this, it takes me to the More About Me page, but remember, we haven't added the link in here yet, but it does say, this is some of the cool stuff I like, and we can add pictures and stuff. So let's go to About and add the link in there. In this case, we're going to make the link to itself. Whoops, I need to hit enter, not tab. About, save, refresh this page, and now I can go back and forth between the two pages. Alright, so far our links, this has been very easy because everything's in the same folder, but in actuality that's not how we're going to organize our website folders. Typically we're going to have many files, could be hundreds and thousands of files in our website folder, and we don't want to simply have a long list of all those files. Instead, we want to organize them into folders. So what I want to do is walk through the process of creating folders, putting those files in those folders, and then fixing our links so that our links still work. So here's what we're going to do. Let's go click on my website. If you hit open folder, it's going to show you this view again. What we basically want to do is create a folder inside of here, two folders. Let's right click and make one that says new folder, and let's call this one images. Right click, new folder. We'll call this pages. How about? Okay, hit cancel out of this. We're not going to select one of those folders. What that's done is it's created two folders right here. Click and drag Homer into images. Oh, it looks like it's not going to let us do it from that view. Open up Windows Explorer here, and from desktop go to my website, and let's click and drag Homer into images and put About into pages. Resume, actually, I want to put resume in pages too. And what we should do is create a splash page that's going to link to those two pages. So I'm going to minimize this again. Here's our two folders with all the files in them. Notice if you refresh this, it's going to be gone. Why is that gone? Well, look at where it's looking for the file. My website, resume.html. That no longer exists. That file's not in that folder. It's in a different folder. So this link, this URL here, is broken to that page. So on new pages, let's right click and hit new file. Oh, whoops, sorry, I didn't want to put in there. Let me delete that. Right click, delete. What I want to do instead is right click on my website. Oh, it looks like it won't let me do that. Let me go to File, New, and it should. We're going to save this new one as a home page. So quickly, let's put in. Oops, let's put in a few tags. HTML. Let's save this so it knows. We're going to call it index.html. There we go. So now it knows it's an HTML page. So now we have index.html, and then our about and resume page are in this folder, and our image is in this folder. So in here, let's quickly add a head. Let's add a title, and we're going to call this Your Name Homepage. Come down here, let's add a body, and in here we're simply going to have, for now, two links that go to our two other pages. So I'm going to make an href equals, and I'm going to come back to this in a second, and we're going to say this will take me to the resume, and then I'm going to do a space and then this straight up and down character. This is the one if you hold down shift that's above the enter key, and I'm going to make another href equals, open close double quote, this one will be about me. Let's save that, and this time let's change our link. We're not looking for resume.html, we're looking for index.html. So this will pull up our two links. Now later on we'll organize these and make them look a bit better, but for now I just want you to go to my website, index.html, so we can see these two files, or see these two links. Now currently these links don't go anywhere because we haven't put anything here for the value of the href attribute. So to get to the resume file from index, okay, index, this is my folder view here. Index is a sibling to the pages folder and the images folder, all inside the My Website folder. If you look at this from Windows Explorer view and go into your main website root, you can see there's going to be two folders and index file. These are all siblings because they're all at the same level. They're in the same folder. Inside of Pages, About and Resume are child files of the Pages parent, which is a sibling here to these. So the way we navigate from index to About Me using a relative reference, meaning we're going to locate this file relative to the location of index, is we have to first tell it to go into the Pages folder and then find the resume file, resume.html. So pages slash, the slash right here says that pages is a folder. So anytime there's a slash, it's going to assume that whatever comes before it is a folder name that is at the same level or a sibling to whatever file we're currently linking to it from. So it's going to assume pages is a sibling of index since we're working on index right now. Same thing with About Me. Pages, we have to go into that folder, about.html. Okay, save that, refresh this. So now I'm going to click Resume, and notice my awesome photo, the link is broken. Also, if I were to click on Resume now, this still works, but if I go to More About Me, actually that still works too because these two files are siblings in the same folder. They can still see each other. But their image links are broken, so let's fix that next. So I'm going to open up Resume first, and let's go to our link to the image right here, source homer.jpg. So in order for Resume to see homer.jpg in a different folder, so these two are cousins. So think of your own family tree. If you're going to find your cousin, first you have to go back to your parent, Pages, and then Pages is going to see images, and then images is going to go to its child. So to go back to the parent element, we do .. .. takes us out of the Pages folder and into the My Website folder. And once we go from the Pages folder into My Website, now we can see the Images folder. So we type in images/. And then once we do images/, now we're looking inside the images folder and it can see homer.jpg. Whoops, undo that. So once again, .. takes us from resume, takes us from inside the Pages folder to inside the overall My Website folder. Then images/ says go inside the images folder. Homer.jpg then references the file. So let's save that, refresh. See now if you can open the About page and fix this broken link yourself. If I go to More About Me, this image is still broken. Pause the video and see if you can fix this link. Okay, if you weren't able to do it, you can watch me now. Dot dot slash is going to take me from inside the pages folder to the website folder. Images takes me then inside the images folder so I can see Homer, and then homer.jpg is going to make that link work. Refresh. Okay, on both these pages, About and Resume, we should have a link that goes back to the home page. So let's add one. I'm going to copy this resume link, put it before resume. We'll call it home, not Homer, sorry, home. And now we need to link back to index.html, our home page. So, from what you learned about how to reference an image, how are we going to go about linking to the index page? Pause the video and see if you can figure it out on your own. Okay, if you can't, no worries. We're going to do the same thing, dot dot slash, just like we did with images, and that takes us from pages to my website. But index.html, it's not inside the pages or images folder. It's a sibling to the pages and images folders. Therefore, now that we're in the My Website folder, we can see index.html. So if you look at this, it's like we were in this folder, and dot dot slash now takes us to this folder. So now we can see index.html. We don't have to go inside one of these. So let me minimize this. Now all we have to do here is index.html. Save that. Refresh. Now we have a home link that works. Takes us back to home. Let's go to resume. Now see if you can add the home link to your resume page. Here's resume. Pause the video and see if you can get that to work. Okay, hopefully you were able to do that. I'll copy that, change this to home, change this to dot dot slash index.html, save it, refresh. Now this takes us home. I can go into About Me, I can go to Resume, I can go back home, Resume, more About Me, home. So this is how we link through a folder structure, and you can have as many dot dot slashes as you want. Let's say you had a pages folder, and inside that another pages folder, and another pages folder, and another pages folder. You could keep hitting dot dot slash as many times as you need to back out all the way to the main website route to see images.